All right, Pillow Pals Podcast Season 2.
Get ready for the most unqualified and misguided, yet wildly entertaining adventures.
Again. We're taking our show on the road, literally.
So grab your snacks
and your pillows
and join us for some fun-filled potting around.
All right, episode 6, Fight Night. We did it, Fight Night. This was my idea this time. I chose this one, and on a scale of 1 to 10,
he did good.
1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best day of your life, and then 1's like being molested. Where do you rate your scale?
Oh, that was a pretty good day.
Oh, okay.
Being
All right.
molested.
All right. Let me rephrase that then. 1 being the worst, not fun, terrible, broke up with my boyfriend.
No, that was a good day too.
Oh, fuck. All right, dude. All right. 1 is the worst and 10 is the best.
Okay, it was pretty good. It was
All
a
right.
10.
No shit?
Yeah, I had
a lot
so
of fun
much
today.
fun.
I did too. I had a lot of fun.
Though-
I would put it up there pretty high as well.
The surprise workout, my shorts.
Yeah, hearing those.
And then going to the fight night. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So we had
pretty-
fight night, and I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. So
I don't
we'll just kind of talk, and then I'll figure out how to edit it later. But basically, we went to Muay Thai with Pac over at Pac Boxing.
Shout out Puck.
Yeah,
I love
great.
you.
We had a lot of
You have a
fun.
great hands.
Always have fun there,
Cut
and
that
I
out.
always feel okay. I always feel I feel like I get a good workout in every single time. And then we went to Rajadamnern.
I think that's right.
I think I'm saying that right.
Or it's like ngun.
Nung. Rajadamnern.
Think of the hardest way to say it, and that's probably the way it is.
Rajadamnern. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I know, and after this episode airs, about 2 seconds after I say that, I'm going to get a phone call telling me how to say it.
Right. We've got our snacks.
The most important,
What would you call this?
and Bacardi Sweat, if you want to sponsor us.
He loves this stuff.
Look,
Yeah.
look, I'm putting you guys up.
Yeah,
Give us
see,
some money.
right, do it again.
Oh, yeah, we got to do the...
See, right there.
Do it. No, do it.
Okay, good.
All right.
What do you call this?
I don't know. What is that? A dory?
I would have called it a guppy.
Oh, that is a guppy, yeah. That was a guppy.
These are delicious. There's gooey shit on the inside. Anyway,
Yeah.
I have no idea how you're going to edit this,
Yeah.
because this is probably the most complex episode we've ever had.
Yeah, and I didn't put much thought into it. I just had this vision in my head where I was like, oh, let's go to Muay Thai, then let's go to Rajadamnern. And then I had, I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this shot, and I had it all in my head, and then I did none of it. I didn't do any of it.
I think we did.
But we got...
We fought.
We got-
I trained you. I taught you how
That
to Muay
was
Thai.
added. That was added. I know, I learned a lot, too.
Surprise.
That was new. That was not a part of my plan, and it turned out.
It wasn't
a little
mine
touchy.
either.
That was great. It was a good time. So how do you feel?
And we had a
how
fight,
Then we sparred. Yes.
sparred.
Then we had a sparring match.
and I don't like that.
And no, I was trying to explain to him that you get over that in time. It's really hard. It's weird punching another person in the face.
It's weird punching someone that you like
Yeah, it's
and
really
like
weird.
look up to and adore and appreciate.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I was talking about
Yeah.
Puck.
Good one.
No, so yeah, it's weird to be like, I'm gonna. It was very flaccid.
You had to get one in there, didn't you?
And-
Yeah, had to get one.
So yeah, I think it was a lot of fun. It was funny. I kind of make things humorous.
I thought everybody appreciated
Me.
Yes, I think everyone appreciated what you had to bring there. Everyone was having fun. And
Even the guy who brought us beers.
I know that was.
I know.
I thought that. So that was at the fights when we went to the stadium, and man, this poor guy. I don't want to say poor guy, but he was
So
he
sweet.
was so kind, and I'm like, What did we do?
The only thing that he could give you. Sorry, I'm gonna make myself cry.
It was kind of like that.
The only thing he could give you is a paper napkin.
Yeah, and a straw.
But that was the sweetest fucking thing
It was.
ever.
It really was, and that's the truth. The guy.
So whoever you are, man.
No, he made an impact on me as well. He was. Yeah, I mean, he was trying everything he could to be hospitable
so nice.
and kind, and it was weird because I don't know why it was directed towards us. I really don't know why, and it was. It was very much appreciated and acknowledged, and
It was.
And yeah, thank you for making that experience just that much better.
Okay, so
Yes. All right, moving on.
let's talk about the workout.
Yeah, we'll start there. So, what did you think when you showed up there? What were your expectations? Muay Thai.
I've had a Muay Thai class before, but I think with every gym that you go to, it's like Pokemon. You know, they have different gyms with specialities.
Right.
So I feel like
exactly right.
different gyms have different specialities and they focus on different things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with Park, it was just kind of, he's so, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Thai culture thing. A lot of Thai people are just like more welcoming and open
Yeah.
about these type of things where they're like, yeah, totally, we can do that.
Yeah, it was like that.
I came up with some weird shit to do while we were there. And he was just so nice about everything. So
Yeah.
I think that was the hardest thing was sparring. Because I don't want to
Yeah.
hit you and I don't want to hit him.
Yeah, sparring Pac. I have no problems hitting Pac. I don't, because I know he's been, he's a gold medalist here in Thailand. He fought.
Oh, really?
Yeah, gold medal. I'll show you his plaque when we go back, but yeah, his gold medal. So I don't, I know he's been hit. I know he's been hit really hard. So I know that whatever I have to dish out isn't gonna be more than what he's already had to deal with. So I don't really mind, but it is still a sparring match. We're not out to hurt each other, and it's never been like that ever.
I find it difficult to break into the I'm gonna hit you but not to hurt you. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how.
You're right. A lot of people don't when they start out, and that that's always a problem with people who start is that they go too hard.
Yeah.
And because they don't know, or not at all. Yeah, because they don't know how
left-handed energy.
They don't know their strength. They don't know how to keep the pace and all that. So, but it's all learning. It's all about learning. Yeah. But overall, I mean, it was fun, right?
If you come to Thailand and you don't do anything that's Muay Thai, shame on you. It's so fun. Even if you just go watch a fight, I was blown away by how enthralled I was by every single match.
Yep, they were all pretty good.
And it's just so entertaining. 20s me and teen me was all like, oh, fighting is bad. We shouldn't fight. Make love, not war.
Well, we can fight in
34-year-old me is like, get him!
Yeah.
Fuck him up!
Yeah. It was awesome.
But the fact that they had respect for each other, that's what's cool about it. I think once you actually know about something that you're unfamiliar about, and that's kind of like this. This isn't I was talking to Justin earlier, this is not a podcast because we don't specialize in anything. This is more like a vlog of shit that we get up to. And it's nice to have, this episode is probably one of my favorite things I'm going to look back on and be like, that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I had beer. I got exercise. I rooted. I lost 200 baht.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. Awesome night.
Awesome night.
We had a lot of fun.
Really, really good night.
What was the best for you? What was the best part?
You know what? I have to say kudos to them for making it so much fun. They made it.
Yeah.
They made it an event. It wasn't just showing up to a Muay Thai fight and then you just like watch people beat each other up and then go home. It was kiss cams. It was music.
Arms up. Bottoms up.
The music. So
90s rock. This is what blew my mind. All these guys are young fighters, probably in their 20s. Most of them were.
not Jacob.
Not Jacob from US. You're probably pushing 40, but
Why didn't people boo him?
well, I don't know, to be honest.
Like Jacob from the US, and then this Asian guy comes out.
I don't know. That was weird. That tripped me out. I was like, is this really Jacob?
Also, really cute.
But I forgot, what was I saying?
You thought he was cute.
Yeah. Like, you're right, but what was I saying? Oh, they had the
Music.
The music, yeah. So they played like 90s and early 2000s rock.
Corn.
And Korn, Limp Bizkit, Marilyn Manson.
Metallica? Yes, that
Yes,
was
Metallica was there, yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, why? That music is timeless. Like, that'll always find a spot somewhere, especially in these like hardcore kind of events. And it was just like these young kids picking these songs to walk out to. I thought it was
good.
cool.
It was
just cool
good.
'cause
It got
brought
the
me
whole
back.
crowd going.
Yeah, it was fun. It was so good.
So a really good
And
experience.
I will say we're kind of famous now, a little bit, because we were on the dance cam. And I'm hoping that we can find it. They got us on the big jumbo screen, and it was awesome.
I'm a bit upset that they didn't put us on the kiss cam.
This was me. This was me dancing. That was me the whole time. You see that?
I did get kind of shocked. I was a bit like, I didn't know what it was for. Even though you told me, oh, it's dance cam time. Dance cam
You
time.
never know what to do.
I just started drinking. I thought it was still bottoms up.
You anticipate. You always anticipate you're going to get on the screen.
And it's just
But
like,
you never know what to do. No matter how much you run it through your mind,
no matter how natural you are on screen.
you always it's unexpected every single time.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack.
All right, we're back. We had a slight intermission. We were looking for a video that we didn't find, but we found other videos, which I could have done without. Although, I'm curious.
I kind of like them.
Anyway, so I guess the next thing I would ask: would you ever compete? Do you think if you felt like you were getting good enough to where you could handle a fight, would you ever compete?
If I could kind of understand if I could learn from myself, if I could figure out where the line is between self-defense and punching someone in the fucking face from an anger perspective, right? From that emotion, that driving force, instead of the sport, athletic
So it's
side of it. If I could get over that hurdle, yeah, I never say never.
So correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying
You're
is
wrong.
Probably. What you're saying is that you're afraid that if you had the ability, it might be misguided. That it might be misplaced, I guess. If you have the ability to hurt somebody, you're afraid you may
No.
use that in an appropriate way.
No.
Oh.
What I'm saying is, for example, I looked at the fights today. It was very engaging, and I was so fixated on each participant, whether I voted for them or not voted for them. I was just like, but then when they got hurt or there's something inside me that wants to be like, is he okay? Can I help? What can I do to fix it? That I think
Yep.
I think there's more of that in me than I'm gonna punch you out to win.
I'm the same way. I'm exactly the same way, and I'll give you an example, kind of like my very first fight. I was a young kid, and I already kind of told you the whole leading up to it, how nervous I was, and when I was back with all the fighters, everyone was back there like warming up. I didn't have a corner. I didn't have anybody had my back. Nobody had my back. And I was completely alone. And all these people there were there, you know.
Can I tell you what's going on in my
I can
head?
only imagine. I can't. Please do tell.
You know, in The Lion King, when
No.
he was
When he was a young warthog.
that's all I keep doing.
Can I tell my goddamn story, please? Please, sir? Can I tell my goddamn story?
Yeah, I'll try to keep the echoes to myself.
All right. So I was in the bag. I was.
When he was
We're having another sparring session soon. But I was back there, and I was by myself, and I was alone. Essentially was alone, and everyone else is burning off all this nervous energy by hitting pads and just kind of shadow boxing. All I was doing is I was just sitting there, and I'm just like
where?
in the back where all the fighters were.
Why?
Because I was so sick and nervous about my fight. It was my very first fight. I took it on a whim.
So you meditated?
I meditated, yeah, pretty much. And I was trying to control my heart rate.
That would freak me.
Yeah.
That would freak me out.
Yeah, that was that guy in the corner, like,
There's me,
yeah, everybody.
and then I
was
look
doing
around. I'm fighting that motherfucker. He's
that.
crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, so I didn't warm up or anything. And how I took that fight, it was kind of a weird deal because somebody put an ad out on Facebook that there was a big fight night, and they're like, hey, we're looking for fighters. And I just sent him a message, and I was like, hey, dude, what weight are you looking for? Because I know a lot of fighters in town. Maybe I can help you out. He's like, why? Do you want to fight? And I was like, whoa, buddy.
Calm down.
No. He's like, yeah, you should. And I wouldn't say that he pressured me into it, but he eased any concerns that I had about getting injured or anything.
Okay, we need to backtrack. So you saw this in a newspaper.
It was a Facebook ad. Yeah, it was an ad on Facebook looking for fighters, yeah.
Were you training at the time?
So not at that time, but I had trained for a couple years prior. So I had fighting experience, but I've never fought.
What kind?
MMA. And this was a boxing match. So it was striking.
What is the one they do in the cage?
The octagon, that one is MMA. And that's what I was doing prior to that.
Did you fight in a cage?
Nope, never had an MMA fight.
What were you fighting in then?
Boxing. This fight would have been a boxing match.
Okay. So
And-
you message this dude on Facebook. You're like, you
I'm
look
like, hey.
cute. Are you single?
No. It wasn't anything like that.
Okay, you
He
messaged
might have
him.
taken it that way, but I don't know.
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
so you
but-
message him. You like, oh, I know people.
Yeah, and he's like, basically, even though I explained it, I was like, why do you want to fight? Even though that was clearly not what I was trying to get at. And I was like, no, man, I haven't done it, ever. And put that in your mouth, chew it up and swallow it. Don't play with your food.
It's a starfish.
Yeah, I know. Now it's an octopus. It's an octopus. Clearly an octopus.
Okay.
So he, basically I was like, at first I was just like, no.
How old were you?
I was in 33, 34 maybe. No, not about 6 years ago, yeah, 33 or 34. Damn. And, I was like, no, I don't want to. And he's like, oh, you should really try it out. It's not like a big, huge event where you're going to be in front of 1 million people, even though it seemed like it when I got there. And it's for charity and, you know, it's all this stuff, whatever. And I was like, I guess as long as it's safe, you know. So I had this fight, and it was supposed to be initially I think it was supposed to be a kickboxing match, and I wasn't ready for that. And then they asked if I would settle for a boxing match, and I said yes. So yeah, I ended up showing up at this. It wasn't quite a stadium; it was more like a warehouse with a bunch of chairs. And
was Brad Pitt there?
No.
Okay, so it wasn't a specific fight. They were just like, today we're gonna do this kind.
Well, it was for charity. It was for it was a veterans charity. I forgot what it was. I forgot the name of it, but
well, that's cute.
yeah. So it was all for a good
Not
cause.
cute. I'm saying it's nice. That
Yeah,
it was for charity.
it was for a good cause, and that was mostly the driving factor for me to do this, mostly. And so I show up there, and I'm looking at these guys weighing in, and I'm like, they're ripped out of their mind. And here I am. I haven't been training for months. I was just working part-time at the time. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna get slaughtered here. And my gut was just turning, and I'm just
God, those nervous feelings. Oh,
it was so bad, and I'm just like, and it was one of the worst, most anxiety I've ever felt, you know. And in psychology, when I took psychology, I shouldn't say in psychology because I'm not an expert, but when I took psychology, I remember one thing that stood out to me, and it was when people feel nervous and excited, those two feelings are the same. It's just how we think about what's going on with these feelings. We interpret it differently, and I kept telling myself, I'm like, why can't you be excited about this, you know? And I kept trying to
there's a lot of pressure
reframe
though.
it.
There's people watching you.
Yeah, it was, but it was hope. It was there was no hope for me to try and change it from this real nervous energy to this excitement. And I just kind of tried to accept that I was going to be scared to death, and I was. And I'd never been so nervous in my life. And so we did the weigh-ins. The next day, we come back, and I see the crowd. And I'm like, this is way bigger than I thought.
That's scary in itself.
Yeah, and then I met the kid who was a kid. So he's 20 years old, and
Imagine like a 6-year-old showed up.
yeah, well, it was scary to me because I'm thinking young, you know, he's been doing this for a long time because he was fit. He was in the military, so he was doing it for a good cause. And
If
then
it was
there's
me, I would be worried because you're older. It was like
you know,
opposites.
I guess it can go either way, and I don't know what was going on in his mind, you know. And then I met him, and we talked, and I was like, he's a good kid. Like, if I'm going to lose to somebody, this is the person to lose to. He's not an asshole. So I was okay with my fate. I was all right with my fate at that time, and I turned, you know, he was just a good kid. And then we went in the back room where all the fighters were, where they call us out. And that's when I'm looking around and I'm like, these guys really know what they're doing, and they're like hitting the mitts, and I was like, fuck, I'm dead. And then, you know, it's my turn. They play the music and I come out.
Wait. What was your song?
So I had a song, and it's Rob Bailey. It's called I'm a Beast. And if you listen to it, it is such a badass song. It is such a good song. And in my mind, I was like, this is the perfect song for this. This is going to get the crowd going. Like, they're going to really, really hit it. And it starts out really slow. Ding, 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 ding. Just this really nice, kind of real slow. And then all of a sudden it hits this like guitar riff. Boom. And that was when I was going to walk out. And
All right, I kind of like it.
No, and
I see
we'll
it.
play the song. And in my mind, you know, I'll play it for you guys and you can hear it. And in my mind, it's like, ding, ding. And when the guitar riff, I was going to come out in the back and rip off the curtain and like, and everyone was gonna stand up, and just go crazy, right? That I had this crazy story in my head about just being so loved, and everybody was gonna be on my side and help me through this fight, and it was gonna be awesome. And so I was super excited. And I get back there, and they have that little curtain, like a black curtain, that you come out in, and then you walk up to the stage. And I'm listening to it, and it's just building up in me. And it's like, okay, and then I hear the song, and I'm like, holy fuck. There's like this rush in my head, and it's just building up inside of me. And then here comes the guitar riff, and I'm like, boom, and I bust out of the fucking curtains, and I'm just like looking around. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared, gave a fuck that I didn't even know I existed. My spirit was crushed. Dude, they're all just sitting there talking. They don't even know there's a boxing match going on. They're just there to drink.
This is some weird guy behind a black curtain.
Yeah, just like combusting out, like scared some people too, probably. They're like, holy fuck, this guy's out of his mind. And I was thinking, I really, in my mind, believed that this was just gonna really get the crowd. And
that's so sad. I'm sorry.
It was bad. My spirit was crushed.
Oh.
But and there's something I want to point out. I was there to entertain the crowd. I didn't care what. It was a charity event. I didn't care about the outcome. It wasn't about winning or losing. I wanted everybody in the crowd to enjoy the event and make it worth their while for a good cause. And I really thought that I was going to be the showstopper where everyone's just going to be like, wow, nothing. So I walk up there. Nobody even looks at me.
Crickets.
Yeah, it pretty much is. They're basically just talking amongst themselves as I'm walking up there. I don't give a shit.
I
just don't give a shit.
After you did the whole wow thing, did you keep going wow?
No,
or did you just walk?
No, immediately.
Just like
when I came out,
your butthole.
Yes.
Okay.
The second I came out, and I'm like, I was like, oh, no, this is not good. And so I just walked. I basically had my head down as I walked to the ring. I was just like, fuck.
The shame.
Yeah, that's how it felt.
The shame of it all.
And so I walk up there, and I get in the ring. I don't know how to act.
Did they scream at the 20-year-old?
The what? No.
Okay,
no,
good.
it was still the same for him too.
Okay, good.
So
But did he go out and go?
No. He played some weird song. It was like a gospel music or something. It didn't even fit.
I would totally rock out.
No, it was bad. No, I don't think. If you would have heard it, it just did not fit. And so he came out.
Power of Christ compels you.
Yeah, it was kind of that.
Okay.
And so he walks up there and he gets in the ring, and I don't know how to act in the ring. Like, I always watch those things and I see how they act, and I'm like, is that what I'm supposed to do? Is like walk around the gym and the ring and do that shit? Is that what I'm supposed to do? No, that isn't me.
No.
So I just stand there and I lean back on my corner. I sit there like this, lean back on my corner, and he's like, he jumps in and he's just like sidestepping all around the ring.
A little warm up.
Yeah,
shimmy.
and he's just like, yeah. And then the crowd started kind of noticing. And then as he walked by, we like bump mitts, like, yeah, cool. And so he goes into his corner, and then the ref guy's like, hey, come here, talk. We gotta talk or whatever. And so he's explaining the rules, and they have to. So
why did you not do the rules before?
Well, I think it's more of like because of the stare down. They want that. Like that confrontation of those two people.
I don't know. I've seen those stare downs. Those things are gay.
Yeah. Well, so we're doing this. It's not really a stare down. It's more of just like I don't even know what you call it, but
looking
deeply
into each other's eyes.
And that is
memorized by the beauty that one contains.
Kind of is like that.
Daydreaming of the lives that they could live.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in a way. But I think it's more to try and get in their head. And
what was his approach?
So that's what I was getting at. So we both come into the middle, and I remember I was thinking in my mind, I was like looking at him thinking, cool, we're gonna do this. Like, this is gonna be fun for both of us, right? That's what I was thinking in my mind. And I'm looking at him, and he just will not look at me. And I'm like, I'm just staring at him. I'm like, and then I try and move down so I can see him because he's a little bit
It's
shallow.
because you've been creepy the whole time.
I could have been that.
You were like, you were quiet and meditating.
yeah, I know. Everyone's like, holy fuck. He's probably thinking, dude, I'm going to fight a serial killer.
This guy's
This dude
mental.
is here to kill me. He doesn't want to do this for charity. He's here to kill me.
And now he's like, if I make eye contact, he's going to kill
Yeah,
me.
maybe,
like
maybe.
that serial killer that
Yeah,
killed
maybe.
people for looking at him.
No, I don't know anything about
That's
that.
fucking creepy.
But-
It's kind of cute. But anyway.
So yes, and I was like trying to kind of position myself, in a way to make that eye contact, and it's like
That's worse.
in a way to say, hey, everything's gonna be okay, And he avoided it, and as soon as I walked back to my corner, I was like, I won that fight. I knew I won that fight, and
See, I'm always like, oh, underdog.
yeah, and so our first round came, and I knew I won the first round. I knew I won the second round, and I didn't have anybody in my corner. So the guy that put it on,
I would have been in your corner.
well, I had my kids were
I would
there.
have been there like baby
Yeah.
reindeer.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I say in my corner, somebody actually like there to
I would've
have
been
me
like
water.
water.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that. And the guy that put it on came over to my corner after the second round, and he's like, hey man, I just want to let you know, just keep doing what you're doing. You've won this fight. And my response was, hey man, I'm going to let him have this third round. I'm going to let him win this third round. And I did.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. But, well,
That
it's
would piss me off if you gave me the round.
well, yeah, maybe it would have, but he didn't know any better, at least in my mind.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Well, I guess he knows
But
now.
Now if you're watching this by some weird random chance, yeah, man, I gave you the third round. Sorry.
You lost.
But-
It's okay. You did.
But it gets better because I remember when the bell went off, I was like, I'm not going to really throw any shots too much. And I'm just kind of mostly defending myself. And there was one point where I was getting just blow after blow. And on the cartoons when they get hit and their eyes go like this,
Yeah.
I got blasted, and that's what it felt like. I couldn't see. Everything was blurry, and it just felt like my eyes were just going in circles like that.
I mean,
and I'm
who
like,
doesn't
dude,
like
this guy's gonna knock me out. I'm gonna get knocked out. So
Like,
then
I was gonna give it to you.
yeah,
Now
I'm
you're
just gonna,
literally knocking
now
me
you're
out.
trying to kill me, yeah. And so I just was like, everything was going blurry, and the shadows were getting more and more prominent in my vision. And so I had to fight back out of that, and then he won. He did win the third round, and I won the fight. But
He won because he was knocking you out, or because you gave it to him?
oh, both.
Can't be both.
Yeah, I was damn near. I was getting knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
Yeah, he was wailing on me.
Own it.
Okay, fair enough. If you're watching this, all right, it was all a cover. I didn't give you the third round.
It just made him feel
you were
better.
you were knocking me the fuck out, and that is the truth. I was getting knocked out. I felt my eyes. And that's not okay. Oh, that's the Coca-Cola ones, right?
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. Maybe they did that on purpose. This Coke is red, right?
No. Coke is not
branding.
red.
Yeah, the branding. The branding's red.
Anyway,
Or it's blood. I don't know.
it wouldn't be blood.
Yeah, see, here's the branding right there. See?
Literally is. You're right. You're right. Are you happy now? I admitted that you were right.
Well, so yeah, that was my first fighting experience. It was awesome. I want to compete again after that. I did compete again. A little different match. It was actually with a person that I knew very well. We went in there and fought. I literally had 40 pounds on him. For you guys in the rest of the world, that's 20 kilos more, something like that. 18
Just say
kilos.
that. Why is there such a divide?
It's not a divide. It's about being
Right
better.
and wrong.
Being better. Admittedly, kilos make more sense. Kilos make more sense.
That's what I was just about to say.
It
Your
does.
measurements make no sense.
It's dumb. It's stupid. I hate it. I hate that I have to go everywhere else in the fucking world and have to do this conversion in my head.
And we're like, we're
When
gonna just
simply-
count to 100. in things or
Yeah,
whatever.
I know. Yeah, you're like 100. Let's start over. Now we're at we counted to 1,000. Now that's 1 kilometer. It's
And
so
I hate it when
stupid.
people assume that I know what the difference is. It's like the same thing as people think that I would know what the currency differences are. I have no idea. Okay, numbers.
That sounds very like you're talking to a lot of Americans.
Numbers is not my strong point.
Well, I got really good at those conversion rates, actually. Because everything, it's weird because when I buy something here in Thailand, I almost immediately convert it into dollars in my head.
Let me explain to you the difference between. We're going on a side quest.
Justin side quest, yep.
Okay, the difference between your conversions and our conversions is yours are exciting.
What do you mean?
They're fun to do because it's more. It's like a large difference. Whereas if I convert things...
So if we did, like, when I say feet to miles...
No, I'm talking about money.
Oh, because ours is worth so much?
It's just, so much more fun to, like, oh, look, I've got so much. Oh my God, I have so much.
Yeah, okay,
Whereas
I got
I'm
you.
like, oh, I've got so much.
It's the
I
same.
have so much. It's really not...
Well, how much is, what is it, rand?
Yeah, it's like it's like 1.8 or something. It's stupid.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
so
it sucks.
basically, so if they have 500, if you have 1,000 baht, it's 1,800 rand? Or no, if you have 1,000 rand, it's 1,800 baht.
Sure.
We'll do the math. For us, when I have $1, that's 33 baht. So if I have $33, that's 1,000 baht.
If you have $33, it's 1,000 baht.
Yeah. It was a fine night. It was a good night. I had a blast.
This is what happens when you go through life undiagnosed.
Yeah. I need to be medicated.
And you're gonna see me train Justin.
Yeah, and that was fun. I actually had a lot of fun with that. So, yeah.
What was your highlight? Sorry,
Oh,
you
yeah.
asked me. I didn't ask you.
Yeah, so for
Rude.
me, yeah. For the fights, it was just being there, and in sharing something that I thoroughly enjoy, and seeing someone enjoy it as much as I do was a highlight for me because I've already been there. I already knew what to expect.
I had so much doubt.
I know, and
Just because I don't think that those places are for me.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
feel
they
like...
did a good job making it for everybody.
Oh, they really did.
That's what it was. It wasn't. So I went to one championship, and for those of you that are in the fight in circle, know one championship. I went to one championship show here in Bangkok, and it's filmed or it's streamed worldwide. It's a huge thing, and I'm a huge fight fan, and I was super excited because I finally get to see one championship. To me, it's UFC one championship. That's how that goes for me. And there was a lot of hype, and when I got there, I was very disappointed. I mean, I got to see the fights, and I was relatively close, but all it was just fights. That was it. And that's good enough, because that's what I paid for, right? But when I went to Rajadamnern, that was just fun.
Yeah.
That was just fun. Remember how I said it?
No. I'll never say it.
Rajadamnern.
No, why I'm laughing is because every time you say something new, it's like I can hear your confidence dwindling.
Oh yeah.
Like
I know.
You're so confident with the first two syllables. You're like Raja.
Rajadamnern. It is Rajadamnern. It's weird. I practiced that because I couldn't. I do think I'm saying it right. I'm not sure, but anyway, for me going there, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. I knew it was going to be for just about anybody. It'd be fun.
It's very fun.
And it was fun, and I was glad to see you enjoy it. And then for training, what brought me the most joy was breaking away from the norm. It was breaking away from me and Pac getting in the ring for 3 minutes, and I kicked the shit out of him, and we do that the whole entire time. No, we don't box when he's holding the mitts. When he's holding the pads. Yeah.
Yeah,
When I said kick the shit out of him, I meant it very literally.
I was saying that, man.
Yeah, no, I was saying very literally kicking him and punching the pads and everything. It's always 3 minutes break, 3 minutes break, and it was nice to kind of change it up, and then trying to get the shots and then you like, hey, I want to hold the mitts, and I thought that was really cool, and it just made it so much fun, and I think that for me was what was the highlight, because it's always the same for me.
I think you just have to sometimes try.
Yeah,
and ask.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing I
just need
appreciated.
to be more comfortable with asking. Because
shit, you act like you own the damn place in there. Seriously, it was cool.
It's the new me.
And it was nice. I went there today, and it was really nice to show up, and everyone was asking, where's Pierre? And I was like, no, he said he didn't want to be here anymore. He didn't like the class. That's what I said.
Shut up. No, you didn't.
No, I told him the truth.
I would go there right now and sleep outside.
And wait for Pac.
I'm sorry.
He was lying.
He's
yeah.
lying.
But that was the highlight for me, and I just like sharing things that I enjoy, and
it was a good episode, man.
And it's funny because I realize how disappointed I get when I find something that I'm super excited about, and then I share it, and they're like, yeah, that was okay. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit. It would be different with a stranger. Like, oh, you might like it, and they're like,
because you'll never see them again.
Yeah, it's not really for me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's your personal preference. But with someone you like,
that's okay. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Your opinion doesn't count.
But I can just be like, I can just let it go. But with somebody that you spend time with regularly, and it's something that you really enjoy, and they're just like, yeah, that sucks.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
I'm very supportive.
Yeah, that's true. I'm the same way though. Like, I can always find,
if there's something I don't like, I won't do it.
I can always find fun in just about anything. So whatever, someone might be into like cars. Like, I could give a shit about cars. I don't care about your 1969 Plymouth Velcro. I don't know what any of those are. That doesn't matter to me. All right. But if you are excited about something like that, I can
1970s Velcro Plymouth.
Yeah, Velcro.
Holy shit! It is a car.
There's no Velcro. There's no Velcro.
It's a Plymouth Duster.
It's not a Velcro. You know what Velcro is, right? Yeah, they're not gonna name a car Velcro.
It's close enough, but they got Plymouth.
Yeah, Plymouth.
Same.
Let me see.
Look.
A Plymouth what? Duster.
See, in life, you can just say anything.
Hemikuda. Yeah, Plymouth's a real car.
You learn something new every day.
Duster. But
a Duster, but
when somebody really enjoys those things, I can take an interest in find something interesting for me that we can share.
Penis.
Well, yeah, because you showed me that photo of that dude, and that went to that had the surgery.
No.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was really interested in that. How long did I stare at that dude's dick? How long was I staring at it? It was way too long. It's too long for any straight man. I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
Why is it that color?
Why does this make sense? Because it was interesting. That's why. I was interested.
It was an interesting penis.
Yeah, I still don't quite understand what was happening to the before and what they did to make the after.
I mean, whatever it was, it's an improvement.
It was an improvement, yeah, but it was fascinating to me, like, what was wrong.
We'll show you the picture here.
Yeah, there's a link if you're so...
Actually, we could link it, but don't do it.
Yeah,
no, we're not
if you're interested, it is interesting to think of, like, what was going on with this person's body that he wasn't able or what was ever going on. I don't even know. It's a weird deal. But anyway, should probably wrap up. I think we're getting on our hour. And thanks for tuning in to Fight Night episode 6. All right. How long was that?
I didn't say goodbye. Bye.
Oh, all right. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to this Pillow Pals episode of Fight Night. It was great. It was fun. Had a lot of fun doing it and editing it. If you stay tuned, we have 2 other videos that we're going to be posting. They should be in the link. If not, they will be soon. And yeah, like and subscribe and show us some support because it's much appreciated. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one.